Hey there, and welcome back. And thanks so much to Todd for sitting in yesterday. In Olympic terms, you set the bar high. Well, we're starting today, where else, than with the guns of August now ordered silent in Georgia. Russian President Dmitry Medvedev, Tuesday, here with French President Nicolas Sarkozy, saying that Russia will pull its troops out of Georgia's two breakaway regions if Georgian troops pull back as well. Some 5 days now into the conflict, and an undetermined number of Russian troops are on the ground in those two Georgian regions of South Ossetia, where the fighting first began, and in Abkhazia, which is also along Russia's border. Now, what is clear, many hundreds of civilians have been wounded or worse in the fighting, and now much of the region in ruin. Well, also being made crystal clear, Moscow's displeasure with current Georgian President Mikhail Saakashvili. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov Tuesday calling Mr. Saakashvili's regime, quote, out of control, and adding ominously that he, quote, can no longer be our partner. He'd better quit, unquote. Wow, tough words from a top diplomat. Well, certainly for his part, Mr. Saakashvili giving no indication of stepping down. And judging from this Tuesday rally in Georgia's capital, Tbilisi, Georgians want him to stay put. The recent fighting across Georgia appears, for the moment, to be unifying popular opinion behind the government. Thousands gathering in Tbilisi to rally behind Mr. Saakashvili and denounce what they term the Russian invasion. Well, you don't need me to tell you that this is a very sensitive story and one that is literally changing hour to hour. And, to keep up with all of those changes, here's something that you will need, voanews.com. It's updated 24 hours a day. It's all the latest and most accurate news that you'll find from Georgia and from around the world. Well, next week, we're going to be having our drawing for that free iPod, just like this one, bam, right here. Now, this is my iPod. You can see some of the music that I have on it, but it's also a video iPod, and we're giving one just like this away to one lucky viewer. And to enter, all we're asking you to do is to write to us and tell us what you want us to cover while we're at the conventions. Now, we've gotten lots of great ideas, and of course, we want more. But, so far, this has to be our favorite letter. Bam, an actual email from an actual viewer. This comes to us from Hanny, who writes to us from Hangzhou in China. Hanny writes this: Dear editor, it seems this is my first download of your daily download podcast program through iTunes inside China. Maybe this is due to the Olympics, for which our filtration wall has loosened a bit. Well, Hanny, that put a big old smile on our face. However you get the daily download, if you want to be like Hanny, you can join the download on the road. Just tell us what we should cover at those Democratic and Republican national conventions. We're taking your ideas, and better yet, someone out there is going to win a free new video iPod. You can send us your thoughts with your name and address, please, to the email address dailydownload@voanews.com. Right today, time's a-wasting. Finally today, an item from our Whoops file. Now, you probably remember that opening spectacular put on by China at the start of this summer's Olympic Games. And if you don't, call the doctor, because they were nothing if not memorable. Well, now it turns out they were also faked. Well, just a little bit. Seems that some of the fireworks that the world thought it was seeing, well, they really weren't.
On the day of the ceremony, there were actual footprints fireworks from the south to the north of the city. However, because of the poor visibility of the night, some previously recorded footage may have been used.
Oh, but it gets worse. Turns out that some of those images weren't even real. They were computer generated and inserted unannounced into the broadcast. Whoops. And if this is not bad enough, now it turns out that that adorable 7-year-old who sung Ode to the Motherland, maybe a little too adorable. She lip-synced the song after being chosen by the Politburo for presenting, quote, a flawless image to the world. The real singer, Yang Peiyi. And here she is to the right. A flawless singer apparently, but with buck teeth. A Politburo spokesman saying only that the change was made in, quote, the national interest.
Lip syncing. I can't imagine such a thing. That's your download for now. See you tomorrow.